Hi there, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Monster. Last time we were working on this, the rubber tree farm. And it's working pretty well actually. You can see we've got a load more saplings than we did have. And we are getting a decent amount of rubber wood out of it. We've got 4.5 stacks. Now when I came back to this, I found it was half full of oak wood, and there were a load of oak saplings in here. So I don't exactly know where they came from. It might be that something just dropped them onto it when I first set it up and I didn't notice. Or it might be that occasionally the rubber tree leaves are turning into oak leaves. So I've cleared them all out and cleared it all away. I've not had any trouble since. But worst case scenario, I'll have to turn this into a proper rubber farm using the managed farms. It won't be a big problem. So what else has been going on? The crops are growing along pretty well. That tree farm's stopped because it's absolutely full of rubbish. But if we go over here, you can see that this is all finished. The roof's on. It's all sealed and everything totally secure, apart from that big gaping hole with the window. So I'm pretty happy with this at the minute. It's looking good, it's working well. There's room down there for more plans, and down here I've got some ideas with what to do with it. And all of my cells are constantly full pretty much now. And I'm just going to nab this redstone energy cell, because we are now going down to the quarries. Now, I'd started off the quarry last time. It's been mining along pretty well, and I need a much faster way down here. But I've also done something with the other old quarry, which you'll see when I get down here. I filled it in. I've used a filler, it's a few layers deep, it doesn't go all the way down. But with some of my excess cobble, I've just completely filled it all the way in. Now, what am I going to do here? Well, I'm going to build a mob trap down here. I'm going to have a bit of fun with various things, so that'll be something we'll be working on pretty soon. Over here, this quarry has dug down. It's dug down into some underwater lake at some point, and it's starting to get some stuff up, but it has drained a whole energy cube getting that low down. So I just need to replace it, and I don't know what that monster was. But that should be working again now. Can we see it? There. And what I'll do is that's a ton of sandstone. I'll get some of this geostrata stuff out just so it doesn't completely overflow whilst we are gone. So get back up to the tower. Now I've been working on another few bits, which I'll show you just as soon as I get up here again. I like the causeway, but it takes a while to actually get around. And we'll just pop that back in there, and it can recharge up. So we can just keep swapping them. It's really handy until we get that next tesseract, when we get some more ender pearls. You can see that over here, if you look out, we've been doing some building work. There's a new building here, and you can just about see a building up there. These are going to be... well, the big one there is going to be the new factory. To replace this tower, it's going to hold the ME systems, basically, and all the auto-crafting, and lots of fun machines. The one little tower in the back, which we might pop over to later, is going to be a rotarycraft room, because we're going to do some rotarycraft, and I'll show you what we're going to use that for within an episode or two. But first of all, I'm thinking that we need a better way to get down to the quarry than what we are using at the minute, because that's a bit of a pain. And the best way to do that is... Now, do I actually have any? I'm sure I saw some a minute ago. Is using Mistcraft. The Mistcraft books link between different ages, right? So you can jump from one dimension to another dimension. I was sure I had some of this stuff just lying around. But what you can't use the Mistcraft books for is to jump to different areas in the same dimension. Except you can if... It should be in here because I was making... Oh, whatever. We will get that out, stick a bit of gold in. Running out of gold. So yes, except you can, because if you are very clever, you can alter the way the Mistcraft linking books actually work, and make them actually link to different areas in the same dimension. For this we need, perhaps I've already taken it down, to add something to the ink mixer. I'll show you when I get down there, which will just be 1 second. If you'll just wait while I pulverise up some of this stuffs. Okay, we've got a few pulverised golds. Gold dust. Let's hop on down. And actually, en route, I might as well pick up some of the sugarcane. Just make sure that I've got enough paper for what I'm planning to do. I think I've got a ton of ink down here, because I like to keep it well made. You'll notice I've had some fun with Mistcraft ages. I've got some interesting ones to go to soon. Okay, I've got a bit, that's something. So here is your ink mixer. Right, it does work like that. Yeah, so this is where the ink's gone in. It's turned this area black. You can add things to this ink, and it will do various things. Now, if I drop this in, you can see it starts to shine different colours. And that gives us a chance, it doesn't guarantee, it gives us a chance of creating an interlinking panel. So, it's just made a normal link panel. No, it hasn't. This one is intralinking. Perfect. Okay. This is normal, this is intralinking. That means it can link within a dimension. Exactly what we wanted. So I'm just going to keep doing this until... Wow. Okay, I don't know if they've changed the odds or if I've just been ridiculously lucky. That one's got disarm on it. I think that will actually take any items off you that you're carrying, which would be really, really bad. So, that one's just a normal one. That one's intralinking, that's fine. So we've got 2 intralinking panels. We can dump these in here. Grab a bit of leather. Grab a couple of book stands. And go back up and create 2 more linking books. So one of them I want to be here in the tower. Seems like a good place to come to. So I'm going to create my linking books with intralinking. 1 unlinked intralinking, 2 unlinked Intra-linking. I'm going to right click this one here, and it will now link to this place. I'm also going to put a book stand down, and where shall I put the book stand? I guess just right in the middle is as good a place as any. I would prefer... Oh, actually there's a bit of space over here, isn't there? Let's just have it by the door. The second one, we want to be down in the quarries. And it is night time already. So let's get down there really rather sharpish. So I'm going to put the other one down at the base of this ladder. I'm going to have to alter this entrance in a bit, I imagine. But if it pops me out, well, if it just pops me out here, I think that's okay. So my intra-linking book here goes here. So this is the one that links to the quarry. This is the one that links to the tower. So the book stand for the tower could probably have gone there actually, but I think I'll just dig a little hole, break my pick, and just pop it in here. This is the one for the tower, so I'll just pop that in there. And now if I click this, I'm straight back in the tower. That's perfect. And if I pop this in here and click this, I'm straight in the quarry. How good is that? That is going to save so much time running about. I'm really happy with that. It'll save loads of time coming down and getting all these auras up as well. So yeah, that's perfect. Instant teleportation. Right, we can set this to be an output again and offload all this junk, because that went really quite well. Okay, so what's next? Well, I said that we were going to start on the rotarycraft stuff, because part of what I want to do with the mob trap is use some of the rotarycraft machines, because, well, we haven't used them yet, is as good a reason as any. So what do we need for the rotarycraft machines? Well, what I'm going to do is really quickly whip up a work table. That won't take me just 1 second. We need a chest, a crafting table, and a notebook. Just super quickly, because that will just help us when we are over there. Did I chuck those on the floor? Is that getting over full? I have no idea why that popped out. Whatever. Right. So it was a book, a crafting table, and a chest makes the work table from forestry. Also for over there I'm going to want a few other things. You'll see why soon. I'll want some stone bricks. I shall want some redstone. I'm going to want some gunpowder, 4 pieces, some coal and some sand. We've got loads of sand, so that's... oopsie. Okay, sorry about that little technical hitch there. So, we have got gunpowder, redstone and stone bricks. I wanted nothing out of there. I wanted some sand. And I also want a little bit of stack of, perhaps a couple of stacks of iron and a stack of coal. And that should be all that I need. I do believe so. So let's head over here. So if we go up here, we can go around the side. You can see there's not much work being done here. I'll just really quickly show you this building, because it won't look like this for too much longer. It's sort of a big L-shaped building. There'll be some towers in it at some point, so this shape will change a bit and the walls will go up properly. And then I shall move in with all the machines, basically. That'll be a future episode. But up here we have another round tower, which completely isn't completed, but has a nice blue floor. I think this is shale, is it? Yep, shale bricks. I used them in the Mistcraft room. So just, you know, quite nice. Not very secure yet, but hey. So then, where are we going to put the door into this? Probably here as opposed to there. Just trying to work out where to put this. I think I'll just put it down here. Okay, so, and let's plonk the work table down, because that's really useful to be able to work with. Rotarycraft. Most machines in rotarycraft use steel, but it's not the steel we used before. It is a different sort. I forget what they call it, HSLA or something. To make that sort of steel, you need a blast furnace. The blast furnace is a circle of stone bricks with a piece of redstone in the middle. There it is, the Rotarycraft blast furnace. I've not put the redstone in. Okay, now Rotarycraft is an interesting mod because it uses proper physics, should I say, more than most Minecraft mods do. Now this furnace requires heat. Okay, but unlike... Are we losing some of our buckets again? We're losing them very occasionally still. I will have to make that much better. But unlike most of the other mods which are using some form of eternal energy or God knows what, this is actually going to work with heat which is placed underneath it. So I'm just actually probably going to place it right in the corner here. So 2 down, I'm going to drop down a bucket of lava. Okay? Does it need to be 2 down? Does it just want to be 1 down? It might just do with being 1 down. Let's give it a try. Drop that bit of... not literally. That bit of stone. Bucket of lava. Let's see what happens. Blast furnace. You can see it's got a temperature which is steadily climbing. When it gets to 600, this thing will start to work. So I'm just going to go into it. Here's the temperature. You can click that question mark and it will give you loads of info. There is a book you can make which explains all of the Rotarycraft stuff as you go through. I don't remember the recipe off the top of my head. But there's plenty of info in there. So how does this work? Well, it requires these 3 items. Coal, sand and gunpowder. If you shift click them in, they automatically go into the right place. It then requires iron. Lots and lots of iron. Just like that. What this will do is it will heat up when it gets to 600 degrees Celsius, which it will do because there is a lava source under here. It will convert these iron ingots into steel. Okay, so we're just going to have to leave that doing that. While it's doing it, I think I might just as well build up a bit of the tower. Just while I'm waiting, make sure no mobs decide to come and eat me whilst I'm stood in here. So, that's going to be awkward. I guess just a too high wall there. It's not going to be a massive, massive tower, this one, because we shall have windows. Let's have slit windows in this one. Because there's no need for a second floor. I still haven't actually decided. Shall I have windows going this way? Yeah. I still haven't decided on the main tower over there if I am going to put a second floor in or not. But this building over here, which will be the ME system room, windows all the way round, but not on that side because I'm going to put the door in there. Yeah, this one is definitely going to be at least 2 stories, because I'm not just going to go the build a molecular assembler thing. I'm going to actually hook everything up with import and export buses, and I intend to use up a lot of room and basically massively overcomplicate it. Where are we up to? 336 degrees. We can probably just quickly finish this tower while that's cooking. So yeah, that is my current plan, and of course when I've done that, that will mean I will completely not need anything in here anymore, which will be a bit sad, but I'll take everything out of here. I didn't know there was a big hole up there. Anyway, I'm going to take everything out of here, move it over there, and I'll probably turn this into some sort of personal bed chamber, something like that. My own personal room, and make it have a nice view out, things like that. Turn it into a little house, effectively. Unless... well done. Unless I can come up with a better use for it. This whole area needs a bit of work on as well. You'll notice I've sort of built this one at a higher level. Like I say, I like to actually work with the terrain as much as possible. I know I've dug out and flattened huge areas with fillers down there, but there will be steps coming up, going across, maybe going into the second floor. Who knows? I certainly don't, and I'm building it. Yeah, just a door on this side. It's going to need at least one more to put the tops on, and then it's going to need at least one more for that. So 2 more floors, and I might actually have the roof at that level. And whatever you do, don't fall off that. That would be so bad. Oops. It's okay just to fall off the little one though. Big tree there actually. Don't know if I'll take that out or leave it. I've taken most of them out. But it'd probably be nice to leave 1 or 2 of them just in there. So there we go. A nice round tower. Just a very basic shape, to be honest. It's not very exciting. But this only has to be a fairly small room because I'm only really going to be making a few things, perhaps demonstrate them in here. And the rest is going to be off down in the quarries. So, shall I have a roof at this level? Probably. I've certainly not built enough stone slabs to do that. I think I'll just roof it over in stone slabs. Or shall I put a nice hat on it in green? Hello, zombie, or whatever you are. I can't quite decide on what I want to do, actually. I could just put a nice hat on it. I certainly could put... there he is. Of course, I've got nice open windows. I've completely lost my train of thought. I need to put jungle wood in as well, just to make it blend in with the rest of the buildings. So I shall probably actually just leave it there. 523. Where is Mr. Zombie? This is my door. Where's he gone? Hello. 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 Gonna drop anything? A bit of experience. I still haven't done any enchanting yet, which is a bit of a shame. The other bit of a shame is actually that for this entire room, effectively that's the only main machine that I'm ever going to actually put in it. So, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I think I will actually put a stone slab roof in there. Nice high ceiling. Yeah, that looks okay. Then I can decide if I want a conical roof on it or not. Oops. Oh, go away. Of course, this is when a creeper just wanders in and blows that thing up. Come here. Never work at night outside. Especially if you've got... oh, for... Especially if your armour's nearly dead, like mine is. I'm going to have to start making some armour. But that is actually something I could make in this mod. If I wanted to. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Zombie brains, tasty. I don't particularly want 5 zombie brains out of 3 zombies. Must have been a 2-headed zombie. Don't particularly want those. And this is turned on, it's up to 367, and you can see how quickly it is creating the steel. It uses these up occasionally. The one it's going to use most is the coal, then the sand, then the gunpowder. I think it doesn't often use gunpowder. But we now have absolutely tons of this HSLA steel. That is the basis of everything that we are going to be using, basically. So I'm just going to let it cook up a ton. I should say that the more stuff you put in here, the more chance you have of actually getting bonus ones of these. So if you just put one in, it will convert it into one. If you fill all the slots up, you've got a chance of getting extra ones for free, which is really good. So I'm going to leave this here, guys, and let this continue on smelting up some steel for us to use next time. So we'll get on with using it down in the quarries next time. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I very much hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.